cheated on me with my best friend, then asked for alimony, so I made sure she got nothing. I found out about the affair the stupidest way possible. Sarah left her laptop open, and I saw a text notification from Marcus. Can't wait for Tom to leave for his business trip so we can have the whole weekend. I was supposed to fly to Chicago that Friday. Instead, I called in sick and parked across the street with a clear view of our front door. Marcus showed up at 10 a.m. with flowers and wine. They didn't even wait an hour before the bedroom curtains closed. I sat there for 6 hours, taking time-stamped photos of his car in my driveway. When I confronted Sarah that night, she didn't deny it, just said she'd been unhappy for months and thought we should separate. No apology, no explanation, just a demand that I move out so she could figure things out. 2 weeks later, her lawyer sent divorce papers demanding spousal support, half the house and half my retirement savings. Sarah claimed she'd sacrificed her career to support my ambitions and deserved compensation. Sacrificed her career. She'd worked part-time at a yoga studio for 6 months before deciding it was too stressful. That's when I decided Sarah was about to learn what real stress looked like. First, I hired a private investigator to document the affair properly. Photos, video, financial records showing Marcus paying for hotels and trips. In our state, adultery affects divorce settlements, especially when it involves marital assets. But I needed more than just evidence of cheating. I needed to show Sarah had been planning this divorce while bleeding me dry. I pulled our credit card statements and found something interesting. Sarah had been seeing a divorce lawyer for 3 months before I discovered the affair. She charged $5,000 in legal consultations to our joint credit card. She'd also opened her own bank account and started transferring small amounts from our joint saving. Nothing huge, just $200 to $300 at a time so I wouldn't notice. Most damaging was her spending spree. In the 6 months before asking for divorce, Sarah had racked up $15,000 in personal expenses. Designer clothes, spa treatments, expensive dinners with Marcus, all charged to cards I was paying off. I documented everything and gave it to my lawyer. Sarah wasn't just an unfaithful wife. She was someone who'd been systematically planning to divorce me while spending my money on her affair. When we got to court, Sarah's lawyer painted her as a devoted wife who discovered we were incompatible. They asked for $3,000 monthly alimony and half our assets. My lawyer presented the timeline. Photos of the affair, evidence of secret legal consultations, bank transfers, and credit card statements showing Sarah had spent my money on dates with her lover. The judge was not impressed. Sarah had committed adultery, hidden assets, and used marital funds to finance her affair. In our state, that disqualifies you from spousal support and affects property division. Sarah got nothing. No alimony, no retirement savings, and she had to buy out my half of the house or sell it. She also had to pay back the money she transferred to her personal account. But the real kicker was Marcus. Turns out he was married too. I sent copies of all the affair evidence to his wife, along with financial records showing he'd been spending their money on Sarah. Marcus lost half his assets in his own divorce and had to pay alimony to his ex-wife. His construction business tanked when word spread about the affair. Turns out cheating on your wife doesn't inspire confidence in family-oriented clients. Sarah tried reaching out 6 months later, claiming the divorce was unfair and asking if we could work something out. I told her the same thing she told me when I found out about the affair. She should have thought about consequences before making her choices. Last I heard, Sarah was working full-time at a retail job and sharing an apartment with 2 roommates. Marcus moved back in with his parents after his business failed. And me? I kept the house, my retirement savings, and my self-respect. Started dating again and met someone who actually values honesty and commitment. Sarah thought she could cheat her way to a better life and still cash out like a lottery winner. Instead, she learned that courts don't reward adultery, and planning your affair while spending your husband's money is the fastest way to lose everything.